Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. A show about football. I'm Craig Jordan here with some breaking news out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. As of 2 hours ago, according to sources from ESPN, Nick Saban, head coach of the University of Alabama football program, has retired effective immediately after 17 seasons. Now, in those 17 seasons at the helm of the University of Alabama football program, Nick Saban amassed a record of 201 wins, 29 losses, including six national championships between 2007 and 2023, this most recent season. Now, Nick Saban didn't retire on a good note. He retired kind of on his day off type deal after losing in the Rose Bowl to the eventual national championship team Michigan here this past season. It kind of came out of nowhere. We didn't really see it coming. I was, asking after the Rose Bowl, is it time for Nick Saban to hang it up, or should he think about maybe the next moves? And I guess like something in him said, it's time for us to hang it up. They've had a good run, especially during this most recent era of the college football playoff, in which they amassed four national titles, and then also a couple national titles during the BCS era. So Nick Saban, longtime head coach at Alabama, he's out. We do have a couple of candidates, according to ESPN. A couple of candidates for the job include Steve Sarkisian. He's the head coach of Texas. He's former offensive coordinator at Alabama. Dan Lanning, he's the head coach out at Oregon, former defensive coordinator under Kirby Smart at Georgia. Kalen DeBoer, he's the head coach of the University of Washington, who Washington, of course, they just made the national championship, had one of the most prolific offenses in NCAA history. Lane Kiffin, now he was a former offensive coordinator under Nick Saban too as well, and he's currently the head coach at Ole Miss University. And Dabo Sweeney is another name that's being thrown out as Alabama is his alma mater. He currently coaches Clemson. He does, out of all of those names, have the biggest buyout. In order for Dabo to be able to get to the University of Alabama, that will require a buyout of $60 million, according to ESPN. So a couple of names being thrown out there. We'll see what happens. This is huge news. This is going to completely turns the SEC on its head, especially going into next season with the addition of Texas and Oklahoma. So yeah, the SEC is up for grabs. Of course, Georgia's probably going to be the preliminary favorite to win the league, with some people saying potentially Texas. But if Steve Sarkisian leaves, who knows? Lots of questions. We'll see. I'm going to keep it locked here to a show about football YouTube channel. We're definitely going to have all the late and breaking news here as the story continues to unfold. I'm Craig Jordan. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Follow me on X. I'm at Craig Jordan23. You can also follow me on TikTok at Craig Jordan23 as well. Y'all have a good night.